31-year-old Moneka De Oro comes from a family of healers. Her maternal grandmother, Isabelle Santos, a nurse. Her paternal grandmother, Juanita De Oro, a suruhana.
I remember growing up and taking her medicine and watching her empty people until she couldn't do that anymore, and knowing that those traditions still lived in my bloodline is something that I really wanted to perpetuate.
So 4 years ago, Moneka joined the Hadza Foundation, whose mission is to enhance the well-being of our island people, to perpetuate and promote the indigenous practices of our traditional healers.
And I've been really focusing on learning more about the traditional healing and about our healing plants and wanting to protect them and wanting to protect the habitats that they exist in.
Moneka spends a lot of her time at Sagan Katuran Chamorro, where the Hadza Foundation has its Guma Zoamti.
I've been volunteering here since about 2009-10, and it only opened to the public about 2-3 years ago, but I felt a lot of the passion of the elders who have put a lot of their blood, sweat, tears over the years trying to cultivate this place into a place where people can come and learn about our culture and practice traditional arts of our culture. And this has just been a place of great inspiration, of constant inspiration, and it's such a beautiful place to be as well.
When she's not volunteering, she's teaching health and sciences at Southern High School as part of a program with the Guam Community College.
It's a nursing program, but I'm integrating more of the integrative medicine and more traditional medicines with my students, which is a fun opportunity for me to take what I'm learning and teaching it, and I think it reinforces all the lessons I've learned as well. They're just stoked to know. I mean, you grow up and you can't even go outside and name 10 plants, so I guess it's just exciting for them to know that some of the plants that they've always seen around, like the coconut tree, just gain a deeper appreciation for some of the things that have always been in their lives that they didn't know could bring them healing or has powers that they didn't even realize. Or I guess I just like to really promote that we need to be more aware of what's in our environment, and whatever has kept our ancestors healthy and living strongly here for the past 4,000 years will keep us doing the same way. And I always just like to emphasize that our current lifestyles and our diet isn't healthy, and it's up to us that your own health and your own happiness is your personal responsibility. And for me, digging back into our traditions has brought me a lot of health and has really enriched my life and made me happy in so many different ways.
Her efforts to perpetuate the island's culture extends way beyond the classroom and at SKC, but also to her home with her son, Maasi.
I take him hiking a lot, and at this point he complains about it, but he's a warrior. He can go in the jungle barefoot, and I like to do fun things with him. I take him here, and there's other kids that are his age that come and they throw spears or they practice slinging and doing more of the traditional boy things. He also fishes with his dad and does a lot of water things, but being in tune with nature and having a deep respect for the jungle and for the oceans is something I definitely want to pass on to him. Having that sense of responsibility to keep it clean and not litter, those are definite things that I do. And also just being respectful and spending time with my elders with him is really important, and having him have a strong relationship with his grandparents is something I really am grateful for that my parents have with him. And I don't know, just living the culture, living it every day, eating our foods, promoting that, and just being an example to him, to my son, and to all my students is something that is the only thing I could hope to do.
Moneka says she's honored to be a part of the movement to uplift our identity and understanding of the Chamorro people, from who we are and what we've been through. And aside from being an apprentice in traditional healing, she's traveled throughout the Northern Marianas using her academic background in anthropology and personal activism to further her understanding and promoting awareness of what it is to be a Chamorro in this century and to pass on cultural wisdom to the next generation.
I mean, I was really active when the movement of We Are Guahan first started, and that really galvanized my activism and really empowered me, and I've seen it grow. I've seen I've seen it where people who once were really afraid of the word activism and being an activist that kind of attitude has kind of changed over the while. And I mean, if wanting to protect the environment and to perpetuate our culture makes me an activist and all my friends an activist, and I do not mind that term. I mean, it brings, I feel like this is something that has been passed down to me, and it's my responsibility to carry on that tradition regardless of how other people might think about it. We have a lot at stake here. This is such a beautiful land. A lot of people want to flock here, and we can't just let people come here and destroy it or continue to destroy it. And it's sad and unfortunate that sometimes it's our own people that are in our way of promoting and being who we are, but it's just the reality of the situation. And hopefully everybody can just continue to open up their hearts and open up their minds to the beauty of who we are and what we've been through, and have that be a motivating factor to their own lives.